The largest gamers obtainable cannot communicate about XRP. And in this video, I'm going to be outlining this and explaining to you men precisely why I consider this is the case. So welcome to the channel, everybody. My call is Nick. For those which might be new to the channel, hopefully with the aid of the give up of this video, you do turn out to be a subscriber. So lower back in the long run of October, I positioned out a put up and it became a touch bit of a meme. And for the ones that don't recognize, but you must, if you are a part of this, average region. If you're simply a part of finance in general, you should recognize who this is. It's Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, the largest asset management company obtainable. And I quoted it announcing, informed CNBC to keep pushing Bitcoin, even as we buy all cash. It's a bit of a joke, however, in the long run, that is exactly what's taking place right now. We see so much talk approximately Bitcoin. We see Bitcoin being driven right here and there. We see the conventional fundamental banking players also taking place. CNBC announcing, you understand, Bitcoin to 200K, Bitcoin to 350K, Bitcoin to 500K, Bitcoin may be well worth $3 million and be the reserve. You realize the sector's reserve asset through 2030, 2050. Like there may be so much loopy talk approximately Bitcoin, and it is all to keep your recognition on Bitcoin, while in truth your awareness have to be on antique coins. Your consciousness must be on the subsequent wave of the cycle, which is Ethereum and all cash. But again, TradFi, traditional media, they're no longer going to tell you that. They aren't going to manual you. They aren't going to maintain your hand. In reality, they may be going to push you off the cliff. Now, over right here, we have Larry Fink back in January of this year on Fox, and he cannot say whatever approximately XRP. Now, we recognize these days that the XRP ETF is in method no longer from BlackRock. BlackRock has now not filed one, but we've here BlackRock CEO Larry Fink changed into requested about an XRP ETF and replied with, I cannot solution that. It's clean XRP is selected over Bitcoin. He's a believer of a solid coin, not a Bitcoin, but a stable coin based totally on a currency, a basket of a world currency. By the way, that is something it truly is getting pushed right now through the BRICS as properly, which I locate very interesting. But test this out. Is an example that we are legitimizing it. We are growing extra safety. Well, permit me ask you this. Will you do every other ETF? How about an XRP ETF? I recognize you got an Ether available. How about XRP? Can you solution that? I cannot. And you don't want me to. I do. Well, I can't. All right, they're giving me the wrap. Thank you. So there you guys have it. Now, on top of this, I want to move over right here to this video because this turned into extra latest and this changed into surely Elon Musk getting requested about XRP. Pay attention to how nervous he changed into. Musk's response changed into an unexpected as it became revealing why can billionaires advocate Bitcoin and Dogecoin, however, can't communicate on XRP. Think about it. The silence says it all, given how punitive the SEC has been closer to crypto under this administration. Do you envision the XRP ledger being included in the financial establishments inside the future? Well, I truly cannot speak to any precise crypto, but I do assume that the kind of cryptocurrency is an exciting and possibly precious bulwark towards a centralized manipulate. So, and that is genuinely not an endorsement or lack of endorsement for XRP, but I do assume crypto, by using its very nature, as it enables with character freedom, there you men have it. So you recognize there isn't without a doubt plenty of debate right here. There's no longer, a prime endorsement on XRP or anything. There wasn't a you recognize main bullish, you recognize comment like he became speaking approximately Dogecoin on mainstream media or whatever like that. It's in order that telling at this factor that they can't absolutely talk approximately XRP. They can't speak approximately something it is going to make retail a ton of cash. And as we think about that, it is also telling on what is the case with XRP due to the fact XRP is one of the only few altcoins on this area to be focused by using the SEC, to be attacked blatantly by using traditional financial players, and also Ripple, a organization that endorses XRP, that utilizes the XRP ledger of their tech stack, also getting attacked on all fronts as well. Isn't it very telling on how massive XRP virtually is and the way sizable Ripple as a company is? Also over right here, Wall Street Deception 101. This is from Black Swan Capitalist, BlackRock and CEO Larry Fink lesson. Learn the playbook, people. They want you in Bitcoin, an asset that has risen over a massive percentage. The truth that Larry Fink expressed nice feedback approximately Bitcoin, the fact that he cannot talk about XRP, he never feedback on other superior virtual belongings. He in no way remarks on crypto drastically oversold. Larry's conduct tells you the entirety you need to recognize. The true wealth creation opportunities within the crypto market lie in other digital belongings. And I clearly like that he did say other digital property, not simply XRP due to the fact, sure, it's other. You realize digital assets, not simply XRP. There is different remarkable antique caches properly that he's deliberately no longer discussing. He cannot. Those familiar with Wall Street and media dynamics need to recognize that the most treasured property are in no way disclosed until their top has passed. And yes, that is 100% true. Nobody wishes to talk about XRP proper now. And I even said something very similar, and it became in regards to the media campaign on Bitcoin. And I stated that elites do not go on mainstream media and display you possibilities to get rich. They need you to FOMO into an asset that will make them richer and keep you poorer by way of lacking out on the actual cost inside the space. I don't know who wishes to tell you this, however, Bitcoin might not make you rich. Do your personal research and find out wherein the huge cash is flowing. For instance, AI and RWA tokenization are key narratives to look at. Don't be manipulated by means of the nonsense. Think logically. The elites do not care about you. They handiest want your money. And even over right here, and I consider that this video turned into, in reality, taken from Crypto Darren, XRP Darren, Fame 21 more over on X. It got posted by Ashley Prosper One, and we cannot talk approximately XRP, but we will talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin, things that make you cross Aishim, R3, BlackRock, Elon Musk. Check it out. As an enterprise, I realize this is continually, you understand, a few extracurricular activity that changed into running its way through the courts, and it is due to the fact being resolved. However, I'm curious if there is ongoing discussions, considering certainly one of their primary recognition is on the interbank settlement component that you're additionally touching. So frankly, Ripple's probably the simplest subject matter. I cannot communicate approximately. So I just had to talk approximately. Wait. I assume I'm simply, I cannot talk approximately, I cannot communicate approximately in the genesis for this call clearly. Yeah, you're at the least, you see this, given how punitive the SEC has been closer to crypto underneath this management. And then it simply goes on to play all three clips. But I already showed you men those clips, but this was genuinely from R3, which we recognize R3 is now seeking to promote. Surely they sort of folded up. But again, it just proves to you that XRP cannot be talked about. And I do query why, I question why all the time, but additionally the lawsuit itself, I stated it given that day one, should make you question why. Why turned into XRP targeted? Why is the case nonetheless ongoing whilst the consensus case just were given dropped? Absolutely. Ethereum has now, you understand, unfastened reign over the market. It makes you query why. What's taking place? There needs to be something deeper occurring behind all of this. Now, also Chris Larsson, bear in mind, he said on the early days at Ripple and constructing a higher Bitcoin. Subjective view, let's take a look at it out. Talking about latest innovations in payments, we are going to focus the content on payments, but I notion it would be beneficial to kick us off. And Chris, I'll fit to you to simply cross lower back to the early days of XRP Ripple. And I want to walk through a brief kind of evolution of taking into account how you thought approximately payments from the one's early days and how you're thinking about them now. And the two of you could tag crew on that one, but over to you, Chris. Yeah, nicely to start with. Thank you for having us these days. Sorry, I cannot be there in person, but top notch to see you each. So yeah, that is now taking place about 12 years since the earliest days of digital property. Bitcoin had type of been obtainable, but no longer well known at that time. I do not know. I think it were buying and selling for $1 at that time. But there was a collection of very, very clever cryptographers who I were given concern with, who saw the innovation of Bitcoin and been exceptionally enthusiastic about it, as it was the first decentralized foreign money that we've ever had within the world. But we are troubled via some of the factors of it that we maintain to look these days, the widespread use of electricity it takes to validate transactions. So we idea we could build a better Bitcoin.